Hello, welcome to the channel of China and the world. My name is Fan. I was born, raised in Hong Kong, and currently living in Australia. I know too much about the cultures of China and the West. In this channel, I am going to tell you interesting things and facts about the countries, the people, and their cultures. Hope you enjoy the channel. 10 cultural differences between China and the West. 1. Collectivism versus individualism. China is a collectivist culture, meaning that group harmony and cooperation are valued over individual achievement. In contrast, Western cultures tend to value individualism, with a greater emphasis on personal freedoms and self-expression. 2. Social hierarchy. In China, social hierarchy is more pronounced, with greater emphasis on social status and respect for authority figures. In the West, individual achievement is valued over social status, and people are generally more egalitarian. 3. Communication styles. Communication styles differ between China and the West. Chinese communication tends to be indirect and often relies on nonverbal cues and implicit meanings. In the West, communication is more direct and explicit. 4. Time orientation. China has a longer-term time orientation, which values tradition and history. The West tends to have a more short-term time orientation, valuing innovation and progress. 5. Sense of humor. Humor in China is often based on wordplay and subtle references, while Western humor tends to be more direct and sarcastic. 6. Relationship building. Building relationships is important in China and often takes time and effort. In the West, relationships can be more transactional and built more quickly. 7. Decision-making. In China, decision-making is often more hierarchical and based on consensus building. In the West, decision-making tends to be more democratic and individualistic. 8. Attitudes toward failure. In China, failure is often seen as a learning opportunity, and there is a greater tolerance for mistakes. In the West, failure is often stigmatized and viewed negatively. 9. Dining customs. Dining customs differ between China and the West. In China, meals are often shared family style, with a variety of dishes served simultaneously. In the West, meals are often served in courses, with each person having their own plate. 10. Education. Education is highly valued in both China and the West, but the approach differs. In China, education is often more rote-based, with a greater emphasis on memorization and testing. In the West, education tends to be more experimental, with a focus on critical thinking and problem-solving. These are just a few examples of the many cultural differences between China and the West. Understanding these differences is important for effective communication and building relationships across cultures. In Part 2, I am going to elaborate on how these differences affect the developments of China and the West and people's lives. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. If you want to know more interesting things and facts about China and the West, please support the channel by comments, likes, share and subscribe to all videos by clicking the bell. See you again soon.